Yo. She's down on nuggies. Oh, fuck, I forgot water. I'll be right back. We'll be starting in, like, 2 minutes. Let me grab water. I didn't realize it was empty. Woo! Your boy back and he got water. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba. Ba ba da ba ba da ba. The bad goober. Wow. I got called a goober. On my own channel. Wow. Hold on, I'm trying to find music. Oh, it's so loud. Okay, we're good. Here's some music. But welcome in, everyone. You're a squeaky goober. Yeah. Also, Netta, thank you for the tea. I actually do have a little bottle of tea. I have a big Arizona bottle of tea, and then I put it in tiny bottles, and I drink them. Yum. But yeah, welcome in, all y'all. It is Tuesday. I did not stream yesterday because I had to babysit a little kitten. Her name is Nari. Ow! Linda, why? Why'd you throw me? But, yeah, she's a little cutie. We did not keep her, but we know who she has gone to. It is Leon's aunt. So Auntie Soulguard has her, and is taking very good care of her because, she's the one who recently lost her older kitty. She's the one who recently had to put hers to sleep, the one we were like, yeah, we need a few days. This sucks. And she seemed really enamored with the kitten, so we decided it was probably best. We already have Cecil right now. He's fine. He was clearly not happy with the kitten being here. And she's already adjusting and happy with his aunt, so we figured this would be a better choice for her because I think his aunt was just really wanting another kitty in her house. Yeah. But, so, Mimi, that we called her, is now named Naughty, and she is perfectly happy. We will send updates, because I'm sure we'll go over there at some point and love on her and take pictures. She is a very cute little girl. But yeah. Hi, Kira. Welcome in. We went got breakfast. Maybe you got the breckies. Alright, let me close out some of this stuff. I have stuff open that I don't need open right now. There we go. I am good! I love how abruptly it stops. It's just like, yep, I'm done. I did it. I did my dance. I'm chilling. Do the dances is the best. I do the dances. But yeah, so that's the story. Everything is good. Also, Kira, I did get your commission board. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. It went through. It did not tell me it went through. Not on my email, and that makes me very sad. But I'll be working on that later today. But for now, I have a redeem that I want to finish that I have not done since December. The end of the dance gives an NCP pose waiting to give quest. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah! I have a couple of people dropping in because they want a plushie. Aw, cute. Yeah, Renetta came in earlier and grabbed you for a hug. But, yeah, people want to be cute, marketable plushies, and who am I to deny them? But for now, we're gonna do a redeem that like I said, was redeemed back in December, so I'm gonna do that. Love your plushies. They are very cute. I do too. Alrighty. Grab my tablet. Let's go over here. Yeah, it was back in December. And I needed the guy to get back to me about what it... oh god. What it was, because I couldn't remember. That's how long ago it was. I was like, please help me. But yeah, we're gonna draw Crimson's Redeem. Crimson requested I draw what I think is behind his mask. And the thing is, I love me a good mystery. So I'm gonna fiddle with this. Also, just letting you know that May's pinup is done and has been posted on my Blue Sky. So, you know, if you want to go see that, it's right there. There it is. Oh, I saw. I'm glad you saw. But now other people can go saw, and they can go see the dragon. Because I'm doing a May thing, or like a monthly thing, where every month I draw a pinup of like some sort of monster character that I've made. Some of them have a story, some of them have less of a story and more of just a concept. But as I draw them or think about them, I do start to flesh them out here and there a bit more.
Wait a minute!
Bah!
Who are you?
Ba 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 You know who I am.
Carol.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
That's my boy. My son, Logos.
He's the dragon I drew, like, I think it was like a year ago now. I was just drawing to draw. That's how, like, half of these creatures came in. Makes sense. I was supposed to do mermaid. I did one mermaid drawing. Hey, you did it. I was considering drawing a mer creature for Merd May, but I did not have any sketches for that done at all. And I'd already had Logos like halfway done, so I'm like, I'm just gonna finish this boy up. I'm just gonna finish him. I don't know who else do I want to draw because I have a lot of monster ideas. Let's go see the monsters I've already drawn. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here he is. This is the dragon that I was talking about. I just drew it because I wanted it to look cool, and then now he's got an actual like story and stuff. You monsters never. Oh, I should probably do this guy next. Not the human, obviously, but the monster guy, the creature, the Proxian. Because I have to figure out which monster boy I'm going to draw next. Because it's almost June. I'm trying to find the one I drew in January, but I cannot find it. I think I'm blind. Or it's not here and I'm stupid. I think it's not here and I'm stupid.
Wow, hello, Kibby.
Oh, here it is. Oh, that's why, because it's Vine. I cannot show you any of these, but there's a reason he's not in the other OCs folder that I got going on, is because he's in a main folder. But yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm drawing for Jean. But for now, we're drawing Crimson. Alright, let's warm up my hand real quick. Also, if you want to just look at all my art instead of seeing the silly little tippy-tappy rants or weird shit that I reblog in between, you can always check out my Fur Affinity. I have one. My Fur Affinity is great. And it's where you go for just pure art. Warm up my little paw. Okay. Oh. Stretching my shoulders. Okay, everything should be good. Everything's a little warmed up. And what I think I'm gonna do for this piece, I think I'm gonna have him looking straight ahead, taking the mask off, like slowly, like he's holding it partly away from his face, and something's coming out. I might not draw exactly what he looks like underneath, because like I said, I like the ambiguity of all of it. I love being ambiguous about that kind of stuff, but I can at least do some sort of cool eldritch abomination thing coming out. So let me grab his... There we go. Let me grab his, There we go. Alright, I got his references, and I'm gonna start doodling this. He's got, like, sweet boy eyes. He's got, like, sweet boy anime eyes, and... He's just spooky. What kind of mask is this? Okay, he also has goggles and a coat. I'm just going back and forth between the two pieces he sent me, because one is him dressed as Jin, and it does better for just showing the little details. Okay, I think I know how to do this. Lindo, you're cute. I am gonna have it like this as well. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't really see any ears on this boy. I found a new site for organization documents, and it's so good. It's called Millinote. I think I've heard of that website. Millinote. Millinote. Tool for organizing creative projects. Yeah, I've seen this before. It's really cool. Ugh. I don't know why I'm a Yanni boy beanbus today. Oh, I just realized I'm wiggling Cecil. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, baby boy. I'm sorry, potato butt. I'm gonna poke him. I'm gonna poke my cat. Bear. Okay, so since Crimson has cute anime boy face, I'm gonna give him cute anime boy face shape. And this is just gonna be the, like, structure of the face. We're gonna be putting a mask kind of over this. I don't see any ears, so I'm just gonna assume they're round. Besides, they're covered in his hair anyway. His nose would go right here. And his eyes are slightly, like, link-shaped. Like... they're very cute. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of the nose. Posted my current Millinote docu for my play adaptation. I will look. Oh, that's nice. Oh god, my brain is gonna have to process this organization. I don't know your, okay, let's... Okay, I can kind of see what you're doing here. I can't read any of it, though. But I can kind of read the top parts, and it's like, oh yeah, masks. Like, new... column stats. Yeah, it's hard to read. But I can see what you're doing. I usually just use Trello, but that's because I'm simple. I might have Crimson's eyes looking a little sinister. It's blurry because it's zoomed out on my phone. That's absolutely fair. Trying to figure out how to do this. Because his eyes have like this little teardrop shape like this, and then it's got this. But it's also got like a really heavy eyeline like that. I don't want it that heavy. And his eyes are more square than this. And when I say square, I mean like... they're just as big up as they are out. So like, they're like this as opposed to like this.
What's Cecil? Hi. Oh.
Cecil's making little car noises. Best part, if you link music, you can play the songs on the file. It doesn't open the app. Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, square eyes. Square-shaped eyes.
You know, like Link. Link has those square-shaped eyes. And by square-shaped, I mean like... they do this. They're just as long here as they are here. I use terms that you may or may not find in the art world. Goddamn no thought, just just bash monster with rock welded to stick eyes. Oh, don't be mean to Link like that. He's a good boy. And then he'll have... Am I wrong though? I mean, no. I'd like to think, canonically, Link is the most gremliniest gremlin to ever gremlin, because he's put in the hands of the player, and he's meant to be, like, our vessel to interact with the game. But he still obviously has his own personality, and that personality meshes really well with how we like to play. AKA, we're fucking goobers. Like, you know, running around Hyrule buck naked and throwing lasers back at giant monsters with a pot lid sort of whack, you know? I think that's that he breaks into people's houses, they don't react, this is a normal occasion. He's a yeah, this is normal. People expect him to burst into their houses and break their shit. You will break their pots. You will open their chests. You will take their shit. Like, Link is just a fucking gremlin-ass cryptid that runs around Hyrule. And I in my opinion, that's the Triforce of Courage working through him. He has the courage to do stupid shit we wouldn't. At least that's how I see it. And he has the courage to keep going in the face of all bullshit. Let's see, do I want his eyes up, or do I want them down? I could have them going up. Also, I had a weird dream last night. I can't remember what it was. I just remember waking up going, that was weird, and that was it. Which it makes me think that it's also Farar's energy as the god as the goddess of courage. Farar is a fucking gremlin. I like that idea. To be fair, a lot of people assume Den is evil. Because she let Ganondorf take the Triforce of Power. And in some instances of, like, early concepts for the snake goddess in the desert, in the Gerudo Desert, in the Spirit Temple, it was called Evil Goddess Din, or Sand Goddess Din, or something like that. Now, for some reason, we don't ever get to learn that. That's because they either scrapped it, or they just didn't follow up on anything they were planning, but Din might be not necessarily evil, maybe evil or malignant towards the people of Hyrule, because it's like, oh, why would you choose this bitch? You know, why would you let Ganondorf take your power? But I think she's more neutral and just lets those who are the most powerful use the Triforce without giving a fuck. Which makes her dangerous because good or bad people could take it. So that's my that's my theory. I might actually bring the eyes down. Because I want his head to look like he's tilting down just a bit. Like so. Oh. And then his nose. I'm not going to draw all of it, obviously, because it's going to be covered. But it's going to come down here. This will be the nostrils. The mouth would be here. But this is not what he has. I'm going to play with this. So let's give him his horns first. Also, let me actually do this. This looks better. So that's where the mouth would be, if he had one. Then he has like these little cute little blingle horns. They're more straight than that. And they seem to have this going on. I'm actually going to shrink his eyes just a bit. They look a bit too big for his head. Okay, hair time! So it seems like some of his hair will do this. Well, other pieces will not. So I'm going to find that middle piece he's got going on. Yeah, let's be honest, the major reason Din is even seen is the fact that Ganon has had the Triforce of Power and the good guys have Wisdom and Courage. Maybe. Perhaps. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the other reference and just stare at the hair. And the rest of the hair goes behind. Spirit Track's main theme slaps. Yeah? Do the horns. Because they look bigger than that. Here we go. That looks better. Okay, and his hair's like doing this little sticky outy thing. Like cute anime boy look, you know? You know what cute anime boy looks like. And then the final piece. I'm gonna give him clothes in a minute. I don't have to worry about this. Bigger horns. We mean better handlebars. Whoa! Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna draw his mask. Okay, and now I do this. Because it's got those big fucking fuck you cylinders on it. It's one of those big ass, like, gas mask things. Oh, I might need to make those bigger. Let me go look at an actual gas mask real quick. It usually helps to go look at the actual reference. Should probably look up industrial. Oh, that's really cute. Someone did a Plague Doctor version of a gas mask, and it's really cute. Okay, the cylinders aren't going to be that big. Oh, he also has goggles underneath the mask, which is really cool. I think I'll keep the goggles on his neck, and he's moving the mask. Because Crimson requested I draw what's underneath the mask, so I'm gonna have a hand holding it, like this. and then like slowly pulling it away with the rest of the stuff just coming out. Okay, so they seem to start like right here. It's a little too big though. You know, makes me think of the Code Vein. Give me Plague Doctor gas mask, please. Dude, I own a Plague Doctor mask. It's really cute. Hi, Loros. Welcome back. You're mining and crafting. Nice. I've thought about playing Minecraft again, because it's been updated a lot, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it yet. It's being bogged down, in my opinion, by a bunch of feature creep, and I don't know if I'd want to play it vanilla just to see how it is, or if I'd want to just play modded again, because modded Minecraft for me is just better. Also, let me go and find this Code Vein picture that I was referring to. Where are my commissions? There it is. Is your 2 weeks Minecraft coming up? My 2 weeks Minecraft? Hi Astrid! Welcome in. Bull specifically is making an event server because I had this idea for forever, and now I'm finally making it. Nice! But yeah, I was thinking of this. I drew this like 5,000 years ago, and it's reminding me of this. That tail, by the way, made me want to shoot myself in the face. Every single piece you see, I did not copy and paste that. I drew every single line. I did this. And it made me wanna shoot myself in the face. Anyway. It's beautiful. It looks really good. It was worth the effort, but oh my fuck goy. Kill me. Like, that was my thing where most people catch a 2-week bug where they want to play the Mayan of the crafts. Oh, that does happen, huh? Mine usually is more than 2 weeks, but it happens once every couple of, years or so, where it's just like, oh wow, I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute, and then you just binge it for 3 to 4 weeks, and then you're like, that was fun, and then you just stop. But yes, I have done that. I don't know if it's the bug yet. We'll see. Oh, okay. I found a better mask for this.
Hi, Malcurious. Welcome in. Meep, meep, meep.
It seems to stop right here. And then he's got some sort of thingy right here with lines. Maybe this will work. And then I pull it out a bit more. Hey, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Astrid. I wish I could help. Ooh, that looks creepy. I saw a creepy mask. Okay, so the one I drew I think is fine. Yeah, this looks fine. But he'll be pulling it away. I think I might bump this up a little bit and remove this. Like so. And it looks like he's got some sort of pattern right there, like this. Essentially, the idea I had was for Naisha's server, because I had some very funny ideas for it. Nice! Hurt my bicep somehow, and now when I try to use my right arm, it hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. Give it a rest. Usually when I fuck myself up like that, Leon forces me to lay in bed and rest my arm. He says no, not allowed. Because there was this one time, I threw the fuck out of my left arm playing Hades. And when I tried to draw, it was just aching. And I'm like, well, heat can give momentary reprieve. That's true. You could put a heating pad on it or a heating blanket. If you don't have either, you could always get hot water in like a baggie or something and put that on. Heat is comfy. Okay, so the mask is done. Let me draw his hand holding it. Because he'll have... Let's see. He can... Yeah. I made a character art prompt randomizer for funsies. Nice! I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. With the funny Minecraft map idea and a VChat. That looks familiar! I think you've shared this stuff before. Because I recognize the names. Also, I hope it goes well. I got itches. Gimme. Okay, there we go. What kind of outfit is this? I'm not going to be giving him his Jin outfit, because that's just like something he wears sometimes, but... Ooh! I know what I'm going to do! Okay, so I think I might give him two versions, one where the mask is on and one where he's pulling it off. I like that idea. I shared it, I think, but I never had the opportunity to make it due to not having Java edition until now. That is... yeah, that's fair. Just fiddling with my hand, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think I'll have his hand with the first two fingers here. Holding. And then the other two tucked, maybe? Because, like, he's picking it up, sort of. Looks like he's trying to shush me. But then I could do this. No, I have a better idea. Let me redo the hand real quick. Let's see. These two fingers will be folded in. This one will be up. This one will be cupping this better. I'm playing with my own hand positions, so that's what I'm doing. If you see my hand go up randomly, that's why. So the middle finger is the longest, so it'll be bracing the most. That's what it's like feeling in my hand. I'm pretending to hold a mask on my face, don't mind me. So this will be on the nose, this will be on the cheek. This will be right here, holding this one. Will be right here, gripping this. Can make a very bad joke with a character art you're drawing.
What? Why? How so?
And this could be pushing this. No, that looks dumb. Domain expansion, gas chamber? I don't know what that means, but I'm not gonna think about it. And then he'll have a thumb underneath. Also, I don't get the domain expansion things. I don't know what kind of abilities those are. And, this is not an invitation to tell me. I'm just letting you know I don't get it. I know it's from Jujutsu Kaisen. And I might be weird, but, like, none of the new shonen animes are, like, pulling me in like they used to. I feel like I got too burned with the ending of, My Hero. Kinda put me off to shonen. And I'm scared Demon Slayer might be going the same route. Where it's doing something counter-intuitive to the story. Or the themes, I guess. That's like the ultimate ability. Think of Bankai from Bleach. Okay, I love Full Metal Alchemist. Same! Full Metal Alchemist is great. I'm talking about, like, the stuff that's coming out now. It's turning me off to the new shit. Because the new shit's not as, I don't know, not as potent? Fair. Just like when someone makes a very funny, unique magic system. Weirdly enough, I'm okay with no magic. I'm weird. I'm like, magic, tertiary.
Ah, thank you for the sip, Sugar Skull.
Sugar Skull, you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Revandal. Me.
Oh, is your video done, Bibba? Almost done. Well, he's almost finished. Full Metal inspired me for my own story I'm working on.
Nice. Full Metal. Thank you for the pet, both of you. Thank you, Sugar Skull. And thank you, Laros.
When something simple is used in an interesting way. I like that. I like when a magic system doesn't feel like a magic system. So, for instance, who here has seen Atla? Who here has seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? If you haven't, I highly recommend watching it. Not the real shit! The cartoon. The original cartoon in, like, 2004. The Atla magic system is some of the best magic system I have ever seen. I've seen it twice. I see it like every other year. Maybe more. I need to watch it again. It's been about that time. But, Atla is very fucking good. And it works really well with its magic system. For those of you who haven't seen it, Avatar: The Last Airbender's magic system works on different types of martial arts, like Tai Chi. What else? I don't remember them now. Ah, fuck me. I know Tai Chi is waterbending, and like, cause they take these four different martial arts styles and like moves and dances, and they put them towards moving the elements around, and each one is associated with an element based off of the movement of the martial art. So because Tai Chi is a lot of fluid, flowing, slow movements, it reminds them of water, so they put it to water. I think Jiu-Jitsu or Taekwondo, one of the two, was fire, where it's fast, quick, punchy, hard, aggressive. It's really cool. Oh, thank you. Malcurios has told me. This helps. It feels like it's actually a part of the world, not just slapped on. True! And there's a reason for that. I'm still saying Korra's expansion on bending makes sense. I practiced bat bending. Ah! You're gonna hate me for this. I didn't like Korra. And I can go into why. But, so, waterbending comes from Tai Chi, earthbending from Hungar, firebending from Northern Shaolin. Oh, that's what it was. And airbending from Bagua Zhang. Metal bending, a specialized form by Chugar, while pro bending incorporates elements from aerial acrobatic martial arts and MMA. Yeah, some of that. And I know Toph's specific version of earthbending is called Southern Mantis, because she does these short, inward jabbing. And her hands, whenever you look at how she poses them, she looks like a mantis. So that's what it's called. Today's food agenda: sliced pork neck sandwiches. Nice! But, it's really fucking cool. And it's a simple idea, right? It's like, oh yeah, martial arts with elements. But then, depending on how they move their body, depends on how they move the element. And it's really fucking cool. And I love it. It's such a simple concept, but they did such a good job with the magic system. And, Loros made a very good point as to why, because the world feels like it's incorporated with it. If you go to each nation, or country, or kingdom, or whatever, that has these specific elements, or like the elements more prominent in that region, you'll see the architecture and their lifestyle around that bending, because not everyone is born with the ability, but enough people are to be able to incorporate it into their lives. There's a reason to not like Korra, it's valid, but the pro bending aside, I don't get the hate on metal. I liked metal bending. I liked lightning bending. Lava bending is a cool idea too. Roku did lava bending, but that's also a slight issue with metal and lightning bending. It became corporatized. And suddenly everyone could do it, even though lightning bending was clearly a very niche art comprised basically of Iroh and a select few, because they studied waterbending too. Because the Atla built it up to be this thing that's like secret and harder to learn, and now you've just got people randomly using it. But yeah, that is a pretty good headcanon, where he can use lava is because he's a kid of a fire and an earthbender. But at the same time, I don't know. Korra's a weak avatar. That is also a very good reason. Can I ask a writing question? I am not a professional writer, but I can give you my best opinion. Korra, not Korea. No, I believe. For me, Korra just had awful team dynamics. That is true. You did not have a Sokka. You didn't. Bolin is not Sokka. You cannot replace that man. The very tiny, short-lived love triangle, as short-lived as it was annoying and stupid. No one cares about that shit. I didn't care about that shit. Korra was more childish than Aang, in my opinion. Yeah. Because, like, the bending I don't care as much about. Me here sipping my tea because I've only watched Avatar incorrectly. Lilin, I will choke you. I will hold you down. And I will clockwork orange your ass with the stupid little wires in your eyes and make you watch the original cartoon, I swear to God. But yeah, no, Unlucky, you are very correct. Korra is extremely weak as an avatar. I also didn't like the whole, oh, I'm 4 years old and can practically do all of the elements except for air because I'm a stubborn asshole. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Do you know how hard it was for Aang to learn that shit? It took him weeks, if not, well, yes, he picked it up easily, but he had to see it first, and he had to learn that shit. He had to be shown. There ain't no fucking way there's a goddamn firebender in the middle of fucking southern-ass nowhere where Korra came from, showing her how to firebend. Also, why would he know to show her how to firebend? They didn't know she'd be the Avatar. Anyway, there's a lot of little holes and stupidities in that anime that made her as an Avatar weak. For me. Also, you're correct. The gang, quote-unquote, was also very weak compared to the masterful group dynamic that they had in Atla. Also, while at times of peace, the Avatar is a fighter, and at times of war is a peacemaker. How can I write... Oh, okay, let me see this. How can I write a good magic system that feels integrated into the world with the magic itself and the world is hidden? Because in my world, building the magic world is hidden from mortals. So what you're describing is something called secret worlds, or secret other worlds. Oh, ads. I'll answer the question for Astrid when the ads are finished. That way Astrid doesn't feel like they've been, you know, scooped on their stuff. On lightning bending, it was a very gate-kept technique, only taught to and by royalty. Once the gate had been opened, more people had access, more angles get introduced, preconceived rules get challenged, people found more accessible, yet weaker forms of lightning bending. Which, once again, I think is a little dumb. Me also sipping my tea because I've never seen the Avatar series. Watch it! Sokka was a master of all non-bending styles. True! Yeah, there's ads right now, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna let them know. I'm not going to talk about anything super important until the ads are finished. And ads are ran as pre-rolls or as once an hour things because pre-rolls are stupid. Make the magic system itself subtle and lend itself to being hidden. Mistborn has a magic system where the mechanics all happen inside of the user's body. Talk about the Seven Worlds mysteries. Yeah. Wonders, not mysteries.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I'm going to force Lilin to watch Atla with me. I will sit that man down. And I'll be like, you're gonna watch the correct way. You son of a bitch.
What the fuck?
One Scott for every time I've managed to avoid watching Atla. So, twice? Alright, I'll do my squats. I'll do squats while we wait for ads.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Leave the sippy. I'll do sippy after I'm done with my squats.
And stretch. I'm actually stretching right now. Alrighty. Squat time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My knees. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. I did squats. I'm also back, and I did squats. Alright, so I didn't go over anything important. when ads kicked up, so let's cover what we were talking about.
I will save. Thank you, Kira.
Let me just adjust myself real quick. There we go. Oh my god, I have to save this. I have not saved yet. Oh no. That would have been bad. Oh my god. Anyway. Me having been drawn for an hour here. I wonder if I have to do anything. Wonder if there's anything important I have to do. Listen. See, I got you. Thank you, Kira. Listen. Anyway, okay, so what we were talking about earlier. Astrid asked how to do a magic system where the magic is hidden. Everyone in chat has already given her pretty good ideas, I think. And I guess it just depends on, for me at least, how aware you want people who aren't in it to know it. And know how they keep the magic hidden. So, for instance, I applied to work at Valve. If I get hired, I'm banning everyone. Don't ban me. Give some characters habits that are linked to the magic, but without knowing they're magic related. Come off as goofy quirks. Very possibly, as well. That's what I was gonna say. Something similar. Hold on, let me... Where's the mask? Nope. There's the other one. So, I tried to make my own secret magic world separate from the real world sort of idea. And I approach it kind of like how people believe in fairies, where it's like, oh yeah, fairies don't exist, ha ha ha. But then you've still got people who are like superstitious in a way, so you could do something like that, where in the non-magical world, people are still kind of suspicious here and there of like, oh, but what if, you know, the magic is real or whatever, because they've heard stories, they've heard accounts here and there about someone casting magic. But then you've got plenty of deniers who are like, dude, it's Photoshop, or hey, we have, you know, technology that can just make special effects now. You can't believe everything you see on the internet. So stuff like that, where it's like, there's enough room for disbelief. But the magic world is still hidden just enough to where people don't think it's real, but they have stories about it. At least that's what I would like to employ. Bro, I just watched someone cast power word scrunch. Nah, man, that's AI. Yeah, something like that, yeah. The explanation I have for the magic world being hidden is that there's a magic force called the Veil, which kind of works like most in Percy Jackson. I have not read the book, but I know it. Be extra cheeky and disguise applications of magic as bad writing. That's silly. Not just that, how has these cultures interacted? I don't think they would interact too often, which means that there is probably some sort of prejudice between the ones that have the magic and the ones that don't. So the people who don't use magic and don't know it exists would probably be considered lesser than, almost. Because that's just what happens. People like to become what's the word? Become somewhat of a monoculture within itself at times, because there's a specialness to having your community all on the same page. So they'll all be like, oh, whatever, the stupid non-magic is people, you know, stuff like that. The Veil was created by witches after the Salem and Connecticut witch trials. In the history of this version of Earth, witches used to work with humans. Then humans, in the modern day of this hypothetical world, would probably have stories about witches, but don't think they're real. They probably think, oh, it was blown out of proportion, or oh, it never actually happened, or some people might believe that it was the devil's work, you know, like the older generation might be like, oh yeah, it was probably because the devil, and that's it. So I could see it that way. I think it's kind of cool how I made magic on Vand very alien and not natural to the planet. You did. You made magic very spooky. But the thing is, with your magic system, it is in the world, and it is known by the entire world. Astrid's asking about how to make a magic system that's like a secret other world, kind of like, any secret world magic thing. I was gonna say Harry Potter, but like that's not just Harry Potter. That's also Percy Jackson, uh, Winx, fucking yeah, like the second secret world of magic. Is that chocolate milk? When did we get chocolate milk? Oh, you made it! I don't want any. I was just confused. The thing is, even if the people without magic don't know about magic, it still impacts them. Different myths pop up from strange occurrences. Yeah. That's exactly what I was saying. So just think about how long ago it happened, how frequently magic is accidentally seen by the regular people. Hello, ask Banan Pie. That's such a cute name. Welcome in. Welcome to the Bat Cafe. Blah, blah, blah. Please take a seat, enjoy your stay, and enjoy some tea while you're at it. We are discussing world building stuff, technically. But yeah, no, figure out, like, how often it's been seen or happened. My favorite thing about doing urban fantasy... Yeah, urban fantasy! That's the word! Urban fantasy also covers, like, secret worlds where, oh, the character is a vampire, or she's a vampire hunter, but she can't let other people know. Do you love bananas? I love bananas! Wait, bana or bananas? Because I eat bananas. I eat them on Wednesday, because it's Wagugas Wednesday. For those of you who don't know Wagugas Wednesday, I will cry. You know what? I'm gonna Google it real quick. Listen, I'm a bat. I may be a vampire bat, but I'm a fruit bat at heart. I will eat all the bananas. There's a big banana mess down there. I will eat all the bananas. You cannot stop me. I don't love Robert Banana. Bananas. Who's Robert Bananas? I'm thinking banana. I have to show you Wagugas now. It's not Wednesday, but you get to see him. You get to see him. Here he is. Just Wagugas. There he is. Alright, that was a secret. You guys can't see that on Tuesdays. That's for Wednesday only. But, you know, I shared it with you anyway, so don't tell the cops on me. Wagugas! Yeah, it's Wagugas! I forget the book, but one story I really made it so that magic was incomprehensible to people who weren't familiar with it and gets fixed in their brains. A fireball gets recontextualized to a gas leak, a vampire becomes a serial killer. To be fair, that just sounds like people rationalizing shit, too. Because most people will see the, like, absolute craziness of magic, and because sometimes we are both very suspicious and also very logical creatures, we will gaslight ourselves into thinking, oh, that's not what I saw. If we really think, ow, I'm on the floor, help. The only humans that know about magic are those that work in the government, because the main characters work for this organization that researches and categorizes supernatural occurrences, and the main characters have magic supernatural powers of their own. So then, yeah, treat it like a conspiracy cover-up. Like, that's how I do it. Let's make a business deal. You're in a cafe. I make banana pie cake. I already have a baker. His name is Weewan. But if you want to bring your bananas, I will eat them. Good morning, Salem! You're so small. You're so small today. You're always so small. You're not much smaller than me. You're actually bigger than me. Alright, let's draw what I wanted to do with this. So I'm thinking of darkening this eye, maybe? Or maybe this eye? Slim! Slim. That sounds like a Yoshi noise. Ma'am. I still need to come up with an explanation as to why only the government knows about magic. Maybe a couple of other organizations also know on some level. Maybe there's also conspiracy people running around going, I swear I saw a man with a beard fucking shoot lightning out of his fingertips. You know, like the quote-unquote crazy old farmer man. You know, like, I'm sure there's people out there who still, like, believe and know that it exists, but they're not going to be listened to. Because what rational human being thinks magic is real? I'm being facetious, obviously, but that's how I would see it. like I said, think of it as like any other like alien conspiracy, for instance. It's like, even if it is real, people aren't going to believe you because our modern day society doesn't let us. So the government will probably know about it, just like how the government knows about quote-unquote aliens if they were real. In that scenario, if I was writing a story about aliens being real, of course. But there would also be people out there who believe it. Stuff like that, you know? One thing I really caught me was a short I once saw. Two supernatural humans are scarce on money. The girl sees a guy with a sign saying, "Talk to me and get $30. He's about to approach him. The other supernatural holds her back, pointing out that no one else is approaching him, and explain they made an ink only perceivable by supernaturals. That's pretty smart. That's how you get them. Which is a smart way to get something if you're a hunter. You could also have witch hunters, dude! Witch hunter factions could know about your witches and could come after them. And yeah, people who just get pulled in and aren't, you know, Men in Black flashbangs. Think Men in Black as well. That also goes into the whole secret world conspiracy thing. Witch hunter. Wunter. It'd be nice to wunter. I do have witch hunters. Yay! That's all I wanted. Cause yeah, if there's witches, there's gonna be witch hunters. That's just how any supernatural thing goes. If there's a supernatural thing that exists, there's gonna be a hunter for it. That's just how it works. Yeah, he's the moment when he thinks he's crazy because he sees a raven talking to one of the main characters. Yeah, sometimes you'll just be like, wow, no, I misheard that. You will literally gaslight your brain into thinking, no, that didn't happen. I didn't see that. And that's how it works. There is no hunter for my imagination. Damn, someone needs to make an unlucky imagination hunter quick. They're too powerful, stop them. The guy with the sign comes over to them and asks if they're interested in his sign. The old supernatural says, "What sign? You only have a blank board," and chuckles. Then they hear the hammer of a gun cock. The guy with the sign grins and taps the sign and says, "Nice try." The 3 is completely normal ink. Oh. See, that's really cool. Shit like that's cool. Like, hunters need to be able to outsmart their prey. There we go. Okay, I have drawn Krimkrom's arm. He's holding his mask. Like so. And he said he wanted me to show what I think is under the mask, but I like the idea, like I said, of not knowing what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do is have his face look like it's starting to come off, and maybe he has like a skeleton nose, but just barely underneath. Like so. And then coming out of the skin are little tendrils, little wiggles. Because like I said, I don't know what's under here. What's under the mask? Trick question. It's another mask! Oh my god. I should do that. That'd be funny. Trick question. Another mask. But yeah, I like the idea of not knowing what's behind the mask, so it's just a bunch of little tentacles for now. As though whatever eldritch being is bound inside his flesh is just trying to shield whatever it is. Like, no, don't look. Weirdo. So, something kind of like that. It's a smaller, more intimidating mask, exactly. As part of the safety initiatives from witches, they make their own small little towns in places like Oregon that are completely hidden by magic and are not on any maps and just little safe havens for magic folk. One of them being Witchwood, Oregon. And funnily enough, Salem, Massachusetts, it used to be hidden, but after a while the witches realized they could trick humans into thinking it was just a little fun little town that's Halloweeny and the witches aren't actually real. Yeah, like I said, humans will rationalize anything because they're not nearly as suspicious anymore about that kind of stuff.
Hi, Bats. Welcome in.
Hope you're doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing art. Drawing a Crimcrom and what could possibly be on his mask.
Pat said hi to Leland.
He said hello. Thank you for the stretch. I will do a stretch. Yeah, Leon's currently finishing up. Stretches. Leon is currently finishing up some video that he's making. I'm ranting a little about my little magic world. Yeah! I know I did something similar, like a year and a half, maybe not 2 years ago. Hold on. I have a picture of it. I drew some witch and wizard ideas. Let me go find them. Ah, there they are. Okay, I found them.
Here they are, the babies.
This was a long time ago now, but I drew a witch and a wizard. Different characters that I wanted to create for some sort of witch world that I wanted to make. Yes, the witch is supposed to make you feel things. Alright? Listen. Also, her dress was very fun to draw. Witch!
Yeah, she's pretty.
Go completely mask off and explain it as the town folk being really into Halloween and alt stuff. Yeah, maybe. Theory. Witches curate the cultural things of grizzled old hags. Oh god. With big hats and black robes so no one suspects them when the pastel goth of them all turns you into a nude. Yeah. That's exactly the vibe I'm going for. You guys are hitting it right on the head.
Also, hi, Hyacinth. Welcome in, and thank you.
Yeah, this is like really old, but I drew this a while back. We're discussing magic worlds. I can actually close this out now. Alright, Crum, time to draw your silly face. One thing I loved bits in the world is, be it fantasy, alien, is designed as an ecosystem instead of being filled with hostile environments designed as hurdles for characters. Yeah, that's usually one of the better ways to go about it. Because gauntlets and, you know, quote-unquote, I guess, artificial gauntlets can be made. But that's usually, like, as a trial for people. Crim Cram Bam Lamb got tentacles coming out the man. Yeah, he asked me to draw what I think is under there. And I'm like, I don't know, actually. So what I'm doing is just drawing something creepy. I'm also going to be giving him a version where he's not holding the mask, he's just wearing it. So if he wants to have like a talking version of himself where he's moving the mask to speak, he can. Dungeon Bestie and Monster Hunter are prime examples. The world works even without the characters in there. Monster Hunter is very well done at that. Monster Hunter is very much an ecosystem, like, inspired game.
Thank you for the save, Sugar Skull. Let me boop.
Now I need to give him his clothes. Because he is wearing clothes, obviously. It looks like he has goggles on his neck, like this. They're just dangling there. There I go. Dance for the new people. Ah, ah, my hair, my head, my head. Oh wait, no, it's not doing anything to me. Oh, hi. You you like my moves? Do you like them closer? Is it freaking you out? Am I scaring you? New York is another city that is a hub for magic, and is the same sort of explanation as Salem people in New York. Just don't pay attention. Yeah, listen, people do not pay any attention to their surroundings at all. We really don't. So, it would work. Totally not redeeming dance to show off the whole model, Lilin, what the fuck?
Hey, you can see my model. I'm very cute. I'm a little bat boy.
I remember years ago we spent a stream talking about magic stuff that was really fun.
Yeah.
Do you mean like your magic world or just magic stuff in general? Because we did both, I believe. Because I went over my own idea for a magic world because I'm like, fuck J.K. Rowling. It was a fuck J.K. Rowling stream. And also, fuck the British schooling system. People think it's super cool and unique, and it's not. Everyone in Britain does it. Even Australia. Apparently Australia does it. And, sometimes the houses can get really scary, and, like, the mascots look like furries. It's really funny. So, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, all that stupid shit. That's just what they do in Britain. That's not, like, special. She didn't come up with that. People report that they saw someone put a live fish from, oh my god, from their backpack on the New York subway. There's enough weird shit though. It's a magic Yeah, apparently this lady was talking about how she had to like she had to move a python or something on like a train or a bus or something, and she had it in a bag, and it was wriggling and angry and pissed, and no one fucking cared or noticed. So she's like, if I can sneak a writhing rope ball of anger on a plane or a bus and no one noticed, you're fine. No one's gonna notice like that one pimple on your forehead. Like that's the kind of shit she was like trying to point out. But it also points out a really good point. People don't notice. People don't give enough of a fuck. I promise. So, like, you could get away with a lot of magic shit sometimes, and people will just be like, oh, it must have been ball lightning. Or, oh man, that was weird. Must have been a power outage. Like, people rationalize that shit way too often. Even if they do see it. And half the time, they don't. The rat dragging a slice of pizza out the subway is a druid? Yeah. Let Master... what's his name? Splinter? Let Master Splinter feed his sons. Be nice to him. Once again, I must bring up the pass the ball gorilla experiment. Yeah, people didn't even notice the man in the gorilla costume. Because people aren't primed to look or notice that shit. So yeah, people will not notice. See someone walk through a chain link fence like it doesn't exist. Also me. What is my duty of care in this situation? Or you could be like, oh, there must have been a door there or a space that I didn't notice. Fucking who cares? And then you'll just keep going on with your life. That's just how it goes. No one gives nearly as much of a fuck as people think they do. As someone who worked in the food industry, no one gives a fuck. Your order will be immediately forgotten the moment you pay. Which is why people are like, oh, they're gonna think I'm weird if I order it this way. No. No, no one cares. No one gives a fuck. I promise.
Thank you for the bed, Sugar Skull.
It's the same principle. Alright, let's give this guy his coat. Anyway, TLDR. Magic system go brrr. Secret world. People will rationalize that shit. And the people who know what's actually going on will know how to keep that shit covered. But I'm sure there's still going to be stringent laws in the secret world to not show yourself to the Mundies. I don't know what they're going to be called in your world. I called them Mondays because mundanes, but here we go. The pizza rat's just a small part of the Rat King, who is another side character in this, is a conglomerate of rats that have a mind and trade secrets that wear a cape and a Burger King a Burger King crown. Me. I'm too tired to care about the man that just randomly teleported next to me. I just want to eat my beaver tail in peace. The thing is, Lindo, did he teleport in front of you, or was he just always there and you didn't notice? Exactly. Mondanes, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. It's Tuesdays! I'm very excited. Life becomes a lot less stressful once you internalize that each and every person around you leads an equally complicated life to yours, and you're about as memorable as Auntie's birthday card without money in it to them. Less. Oh yeah, how's the new kid been doing? Oh yeah, we won, it's okay. Leon is very sad because he loves her and misses her, but, we actually offered her up to his aunt because his aunt is the one who recently lost her kibby, the one we left a couple of days for to see and visit and check on. She lost her kibby. She had to put her to sleep because she was very, very old, very sick. And she was like immediately enthralled with the kitten. Like, immediately. Like, 5 different times she popped in, like, hey, how is she? And she'd, like, already named her and shit. So we're like, okay, I guess you want her. So we decided, we already have Cecil. We love our kibby. And she seemed really, really enthralled with the little one. So we gave her to her. And now she's hanging out with her dog. The little kitty is apparently cuddled up to her dog, I believe. She likes snuggling the doggo. It's like a little poodle. And her new name is Nadi, which is apparently Korean for Lily, I think. Because his aunt is really into, like, South Korean and, like, Chinese and Japanese, like, reality shows, kind of. Or whatever they're called, like, reality drama TV? Dim as in no light, clueless to the aurora of magic around them. The dim, got it. And yeah, I know it sounds kind of prejudiced, but there will be people who have words for people who don't have magic. It's just how it works.
But yeah, little Kibby is now living with Auntie.
And she seems very happy. Also, I don't know how to process Crimson's clothes. I got this done, but I don't know how to get the rest done. Here, I actually need to shrink this. It's a little too big for him. It looks too big, at least. Oh. Cracked my neck. Normies, mundanes, basics. I like Mondays, but that's just me. Trying to think of other things. You guys agree? I hope so. I do enjoy world building, even if I'm not a professional at it. I've been doing it for decades at this point. And I have a bunch of creative world-building types in my chat, so people will pull out... It can be interpreted as derogatory, but doesn't have to be intended to be. True. Great source of conflict. Also true. The blank, if magic works with colors. Yeah, that's a pretty good example. I would say figure out what the source of the magic is and what they consider magic, and maybe it's the opposite of that. Like what Malcuria said earlier, the whole, like, dim thing because it's an aurora or a light or some sort. Maybe they, you know, maybe it pulls from folklore terms. Non-magic's being called backgrounds because they'd be the background characters. What? That's a little rude, I think. Hey, whatever, you're a background. It's like, oh, man. Bro, I just got hit with some repressed PTSD. God hearing my own. No, honey, I love you and I love your voice. Leon, Leon's watching a video and listening to it and having to hear his own voice. He is struggling. Leon, patting you. Yeah, it's like calling someone an NPC. It literally is. Y'all don't understand. I got called an NPC once. Oh, wee wee. Wee wee wee. If the magic is the veil, you could also use the unveiled, as they don't see an extra layer to everything around them. Yeah, I like that too. Or the veilless. Something like that. So whatever the magic is consistent of, and whatever it's associated with, the people who don't use magic can be the opposite of it. I never wanted to square up with someone more in my life than when some kid in high school called me an NPC. You're like, ooh, ooh, bring them hands, boy. But, no, someone legitimately called me an NPC once. It was in a roleplay server. I don't remember what year this was. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago now. No, it was almost 5 now. Because it was before I started streaming. Yeah, it was before Vand, and it was during the COVID. I've got main character energy, bitch. Gets this limit break. From NPC to boss fight, literally. But, no, we literally got called NPCs. I was in a server for, like, some sort of dumb fantasy thing that this guy was running. He was supposed to be some demon king. It's actually where I came up with the idea for Vine and Alistair for Vandalt, because these guys were pre-Vandalt creations. And then when Leon said, you know what, fuck that guy, I'm making Vandalt, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna put my boys in there. So I did. Yeah, no, so TLDR, this dude who was running this roleplay server, he decided, him and his girlfriend, he had a girlfriend, then he had an ex-girlfriend, and then they were back together again. It was a very weird on and off relationship. And, he decided to bring her into that server. And it was a mistake. She started running shit, and I didn't care for it. And then she brought in one of her mod friends from another server she ran. And her and him had decided, without telling any of the other members of the server, which they had like 30 people by that point, they had decided, without telling anyone, that they were going to just take everyone in his server and bring them to hers, even though they already had their own stuff and stories and ideas happening in the one we were already in. And as a mod at the time, because I got modded, because I was policing people anyway, because people kept being weird, I was like, hey, what about these people? She's like, well, I mean, they're not as important, because the main story is this demon guy, you know, the two owners of the server, the dude and his girlfriend. And she's like, the other guys, it's not as relevant. They're basically what did she say exactly? Every good story needs background characters or something like that. I'm like, you the fuck did not just call my character a background character. What the fuck do you mean? I'm like, if that's the reason, let them just fuck off and go DM or roleplay together. What do you mean? Why do you have 30 more people here writing their own stories and coming up with their own shit if you're just gonna say their stories aren't relevant? It was stupid, and that server was ran very horribly. There are a lot of different types of magic. My favorite one is card-based magic. Card magic users can use tarot cards to see the future, or playing cards to summon knights and such to fight them. That's pretty cool. Different types could each have their own term for magicless people. Yeah. True. Depends on the community.
Thank you for the pet, Sugar Skull.
Sugar Skull's like, shh, it's okay. It's okay, Desmond, they're gone. You don't... Are you okay, babe? You've got this, honey. You've got one more. I think. Yeah, you got this. He sounds so sad. He doesn't like listening to himself, and it makes me sad. Undecked, empty hands. Yeah, I would do that. Anyway, that was my rant. That man upset me greatly. It wasn't even him, but he was the idiot who was like, oh no, yeah, it's fine, whatever baby says, because he's fucking simp. Oh yeah, whatever the girl says, haha, because she just got back with me and I don't want to piss her off. Like, that was the energy he was giving. He was giving limp dick behavior. And I was very mad. And then I ended up telling everyone else in the server, because the other mods were also pissed. And they ended up helping me, and then we all got banned. But I made a statement. That statement was, don't fuck with me. I can't believe that was Desmond's canon moment that led to the entire Vine verse. Well, the thing is with Vine... Oh, I made him before Belial, I think. But yeah, no, I made Vine to be an antagonist to this Demon King, because he's like, oh, you're a Demon King? Oh, I'm also a Demon King. I'm cool. I could destroy your castle if I wanted to, idiot. But it was sort of like a game for him, because he's like, I'm just getting paid to do this. It's funny. And, it was short-lived, because that server went down, pretty much. And also, I got kicked. So I was like, well, fuck me, I guess. And then over the years, I fleshed out Vine again, I fleshed out his world, and now he's running around being a cutie. Sorry, the music's really good and I have to sing it and dance it. For card mages, I propose blank as a term. In card point games, a blank is a non-counter card or a card without value. Damn. And now he's Salem's husband. I don't know, man. Also be copying if I made a branch of magic that's similar to bending from Avatar? Nah. Avatar didn't invent geomancy. It didn't invent aquamancy or pyromancy. It didn't invent moving your arms around and throwing fire at someone. As long as you give it its own, like, original flavor or twist to it, it's fine. Yes, they did it in a unique way, but that doesn't mean you can't, like, take your own spin on it.
You just gotta do it in your own unique way.
But yeah, anyway, that's my story on why I'm traumatized. I'm not traumatized, you know what I mean. Atla didn't invent martial arts with element powers, Wuxia did. You're so fucking right, Lilith. Wuxia did. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Because one of the main characters, Cassie, is a butch country girl who can bend metal and uses it to make giant metal gauntlets to punch people with. Yeah. That doesn't sound like copying Atla. People are allowed to bend metal. Hell, Vandalt has 8 elements that mages can cast. That's not copying Atla. That's just magic. That's just elemental magic. You're allowed to do that. I might want to scooch this over. Unrelated, but I spent my entire life thinking wuxia had some big significant meaning in Chinese, but it turns out it's just onomatopoeia for the sound a sword makes when you swing it. Yeah, whoosh. It's whoosh. That's all it is. Whoosh.
Apple stretch! Thank you, Astrid.
I also need to sit up a little bit. I was arching my back something fierce. Ugh. You know the stretch is good when you start speaking in tongues. Ugh. Alright. Feeling good, feeling good. Crimson! I don't get your code. This code is confusing. But I'm gonna do it. Oh, of course! Yes, I am pretzeled. Even metal bending comes in different flavors. Is it bending impurities, like Atla, magnetism, or straight up controlling the metal, all within implications, limits, and powers? Unpretzel your spine. No. Me when my back pops and I start speaking Simlish.
Okay, lovey.
Leon is going to go take a shower because I guess he's sick of hearing himself, even though I love his voice and I want to kiss him on his face. He doesn't like hearing himself, I don't think. I have a question. For those of you taking a shower, I'll help. Whoa! Leon's gonna come in and help. He said, nice. The mental image is hilarious. Higadobi. Y'all don't understand. I make little whiny gibberish noises when I stretch hard enough. Finished my tea. But yeah, Krim Krum is a good guy. But his coat is making me want to choke him. Like, I thought I wanted to choke Salem for his Naga girl's hair. No, now I want to choke Crimson. I'm gonna choke that man out. And be like, bitch. Why's your coat so fucking dumbass big? I have an idea, though. I need to move this up just a bit. Me about to swing in on one of my homies. 'Cause it's fashion. Fashion. You don't sound like an Animal Crossing character when you stretch. Did you even stretch? You're so fucking right. Let's see if I can do it again. No. Okay, no. Not as much noise came out. And I think it's because I already stretched it all out. I like that one in Fast Furious movie. Better hide your kids. Better hide that big ass forehead. Damn. Me to Crimson. Oh, I kind of get this now, sort of. Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand how the coat works. So this is a piece of the coat that's hanging off. I'm a bunny. Okay, so I'm starting to understand the coat now. Sort of. So this is a piece of this. Wait. This. Like this. And this comes down here. And then this is part of that. This is part of this. And this comes down like this. And then he's got two of these hanging right here. Okay, so that's what I was looking at. Fucking okay, so I'm starting to understand the clothing style. Now, I don't know if Krim Krum went to this artist and said, draw this specifically, or if the artist just did this, but I'm starting to process it. So this is the clap part of the belt, and this is the, like, other part. So then he's got what looks like some sort of black shirt underneath. Like so. Like, this is all just black. And then both parts of the coat, this just comes off, and then this comes off with this one. So he's got a third part of the coat coming down like this. And then it, like, droops. Like so. And then this comes around to this. And then they have, like, these red teeth. And it just keeps going. think I got this, sort of. Me heaving a fucking sigh of Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have another piece of the coat like this of the zipper, just to match with this part. And then the inside is just going to be black. And then the arms, I'm not gonna worry too much about. I'm just gonna have them come down like this. And then in the other picture, his hand's gonna be up holding the mask, and it's gonna be like,
Welcome back, Astrid! I'm just trying to figure out this coat.
this coat makes me want to rip my hair out. The bunny outfit is good. Eee, my god.
I got a money outfit. You like it?
Am I cute? You better like it. I'll cry if you don't. I'm getting ready to cry. Okay, so I think I might pull the arms in just a bit. Like so. And then this will be him holding the other mask with his goo coming out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is organize this shit. I want to redeem another dance to show off bouncy Banui tail, but not enough pointaloons yet. Yeah. I have a Banui tail. I think it's pretty cute. There we go. Okay. So I've got the hair. Let's make it a little bigger. So this is the mask. This is the mask by default. Would Bard Magic be its own separate branch of magic? I would consider it so, yes. This is the hand. This is the thing. So I'm going to put these in their own folder so that I can just turn it off and on at a moment's notice, like so. And then this is the clothes. There we go. So we've got this normal Crimcrom, this Eldritch Crimcrom. So I'm gonna bring his arm down. I'm gonna fix this up a bit. And I'm gonna give him his glove and sleeves. It looks like he has gloves and sleeves, at least. Let me go look. Yeah, it would be this hand. So he's wearing fingerless gloves.
Name of the pet.
And then it looks like he's got these big ass sleeves, like so. Maybe not that big. Let's do it a little better. Making up for all the missed pats yesterday. Yeah, we were watching a kitten. The reason I was gone yesterday was because we had a little kitten in our room. She did not want to go anywhere else. She loved staying under the bed, although we did manage to coax her out once or twice. We fed her, we watered her, we showed her how to go potty. Cecil was pissed, and he refused to come into the room to see her. He was always either at his door, staring and occasionally hissing, or he was just not here. He did not like her. I have this idea where potion makers have made a new type of potion inspired by human beverages. They made fizzy potions, which is basically just soda, but with potion effects. Nice! Fizzy drinks! But yeah, Cecil was not happy. He was very upset with her. And Leon gave her so much love. Cecil was being stinky. He was! I chastised him about it. Fizzy lifting drinks. Oh. Every time he'd hiss, I'd be like, that's mean. You don't hiss at babies. And she's so little. She was so little, and she's got the scrunchiest face. The story's set in the 80s. But yeah, she was the cutest little thing. But she's happier where she is, I hope. Because as much as I would have loved to have kept her and let Cecil acclimate to her slowly, Leon's aunt was just way too, like, super excited for her. And you could tell she really wanted the kitty. And I felt really bad. I'm like, dude, she lost hers. I can't, you know? I have mine. She lost hers. I have to... I think she would do well with a new kitty. Because you know how some people just don't want a new animal right away if they've, you know, lost theirs recently? I don't think she's that type of person. She really wanted a new kitty, so... we let her keep the kitten. Another law I made with the magic system is that magic users have a kind of magic battery. Oh yeah, they got mana points. Nice! As they should. Any sort of magical anything is always a good idea to just have weaknesses or have some sort of limitation. And limitations is what breeds creativity for characters. It's also what gets them into scrapes, and sometimes gets them out of scrapes. There we go. Okay, so I made Crimcrum's main thing, and now I'm gonna draw this. So let's start with the line art.
What? I will save.
Ugh, I burped. It was gross. Ugh, I burped again. It was gross. Magic battery is part of their biology, which separates them from humans, and that's the reason humans can't cast magic unless they have a magic source to cast from. Like, one of the side characters is human that gets introduced into the world of magic. The way he's able to cast is he was gifted a magic friendship bracelet, which he can draw its power from to cast. That's fair. That makes sense. I bet he wears that mask because he's fucking stinky. Stinky. Stinky man. No, Crimcrum's great. I absolutely find Crimcrum precious and sweet. And he's a real funny dude. Real funny guy. Real sweet guy. If you guys don't know Crimson Casualty, what are you doing? He's really cool. Lilin immediately sees Blippi. Fucking frame one. People can be funny and stinky. Just look at Desmond. Wow! There we go, that looks pretty good. Also, the human character is kind of an introvert and a bit depressed. He's never had friends before, so I can imagine a kind of comedic scene where he gets the friendship bracelet and is like, oh, you're a new friend, and the other character's like, yeah, but also this helps you cast magic. Oh. Cute. Also, ads will be popping up here in just a second. They will be for 3 minutes, because fuck pre-rolls. You guys just got to watch me for an hour. You didn't have to deal with a single pre-roll. You're welcome. Anyway, this video is sponsored by... I'm not sponsored by any of these ads. In fact, I don't know how much the ads even pay me. Not enough. God damn it, D&D is happening.
D&D? D&D is fun.
Video sponsored by Desmond Dracula. Have a good session.
Oh, that D&D. Nice.
Thank you, Lillian. Yes, let's show off my VGens. By the way, I do have some commissions on VGen that I have to clear through soon, and I will be working on that later. Want to gift the butler?
Huh?
I do have a throne.
That is true. I do have a throne.
Okay. I think I know who I want to do for monster pinup. Now I'm thinking about it. I know who I want to do for Christmas at the very least. I want to draw a Yeti Orcron. So we all know the Devil Orcrons, the red Orcrons, the volcano ones. The ogres, as I've been calling them, I've also called them Orcron. They are the ones that have the red hair, or the black hair, the red skin, the black sclera, gold eyes, and they have fur. They have a lot of fur. The red ones have fur on their backs and arms for the most part, while the Yeti ones have fur literally all over their bodies. We remember these things. I might make him for Christmas.
I might make him for Grumpus because he's a furry Yeti.
Or a snow boy. I think that'd be cute. I don't know who I'm gonna do for summer. You know what? I'm gonna pin the question to you guys, the ones who hear me. If you could choose any monster type, Snowboy, a Snowy, yeah. If you could choose any kind of monster that you've seen me draw or otherwise for a pinup, what would you do? What would you like to see? And this is a legitimate question. I'm not trying to meme. Don't hit me with the Loch Ness Monster. I will cry. I am thinking of doing a sort of Mothman pinup as well, maybe for Halloween or somewhere close to Thanksgiving. And I want to do my little Yeti guy. I was thinking Krampus, but I kind of like the idea of my Yeti more. Could do Krampus. That'd be funny. Because I do have a lot of monster boys, but it depends also on what you guys would like to see. If you like what I'm doing so far and you want me to stay the course, I would do that. Maybe a reptile or amphibian for summer, owl or moth from autumn. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a Mothman around Halloween-ish time. Consider, not deer. Oh, oh no. You could have one of the blind kitty boys. That's true. I could also have my blind boys, my little cave cats, as I call them. Let me actually go through my fur affinity real quick and figure out my monsters. I'm gonna grab all the boys. Do 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 do. I'm trying to go through the ones that I haven't drawn yet, because I saw one, I'm like, ooh, I have drawn that. Oh, right, these babies. Oh, I can't show that one. Her tits were out. Hmm. So all of the monsters that I've been considering are the ones that I've drawn guessing other dudes. I was thinking of him maybe at some height of the summer. He would have been really good for Mermaid, but I had already started on Logos and I had no plans for him. But this is Diego. He's my fish shark monster. He is specifically from Trivium. Let's see. This is Myler getting made out with by Bo. It's my Bo and the Beast babies. This is the cave cat making out with a human man. And you said lizard. So here's a lizard making out with a cute scientist. Diego huggable. Diego very huggable. Diego very sweet. Look at him. Big man. Big boy. Those are 4 monster ideas that I could do. I have like 20 more. I have a problem, and it's called I need to make more monster men. I probably have enough dudes to make pinups for the next 3 years. And that's not counting any dudes I might come up with in the future. Shit, I could even throw Lavash into there if I really want to. Lavash is a good boy. For those who don't know Lavash, he's my dragon. He's another dragon. I have like 3 dragons now. Help, I have multiple dragons. This is Leon's fault. Oh, I could use him! Well, he's technically a demon, I guess, now. But this guy also counts. He's a demon. I have named him Bifrons. And he's like a necromancer, pretty much. So I could use him. I've already used that guy. And I don't want to draw humanoids, like more human-looking guys. I want to draw, like, tails and fur and horns. But we'll figure it out. Hello? Oh, street cleaner. Rewind! Oh. Weewon just got back from shower. He is here. Thank you, Lillian. How did you know? Did you hear that? Did you hear the bear roar from all the way over here? Of course I heard it. Yeah, you heard the bear roar. The roar, if you will. Wow, I didn't hear that one. Yeah, Lillian's ears are fucking in it. He's literally in our walls. I'm a little scared. Lillian, confess, which wall are you in? Oh, I could also just straight up make pinups of literally all of my aliens from, Eldritch Nova that I'm doing. Literally, some of them are from that anyway. I think that'd be really funny. Hmm? Couldn't tell if Weewon was making cute noises or if it was the music. Are you making noises? Oh, he's making noises. I'm about to go tackle him. Y'all gonna hear me squishing my husband. Go violently love your hubby. Okay. I'm gonna snuggle his face. We're back. Yeah. I loved on him so hard he died. So Vandal has to be canceled. No, I would never. I love Vandal too much. But no, he's just resting, making whiny noises at me, and he's like, I don't know how you do it, hearing my voice for 4 hours. And I'm like, shut up, your voice turns me on. Uh, F's in the chat. Yeah. Bro is wiggling. Is me? Ugh. Yeah, I'm about to fight my husband about how cute his voice is. But yeah, the man died a little bit because
I smooched him all over his frickin' face.
Also, I'm thinking, sometime in June, would you guys actually want me to do a Picardo stream for my pinup? Because I seem more, well, I'm equally motivated to draw on or off stream, but I seem to focus more on the task at hand when I'm streaming, if that makes sense. I kind of get distracted a lot more when I'm not streaming, and I kind of like, I inadvertently oopsie doopsie dick off. Yes. Okay, so we're getting nothing but yeses. Excellent. And then I'll try and figure out what I want to do for June. Someone suggested my little cave cats. I do love my little cave cats. I might come up with, I like Leon's voice too. Cute! It actually reminds me of a voice actor for Peter Parker in the Spider-Verse movie. I really like how his voice sounds weathered, but he still has that snarky smart-ass tone. It's great. Cute!
Sugar Skull likes your voice, idiot! That's what she said! He said, what the hell? Also, whenever he does characters, you can clearly feel and hear the intent behind them. I still dream about the knight armor lady! Wanna fuck the armor lady from Kaventar, babe. Cause she sounded hot. Because of you, your voice. Anyway, listen, he makes characters sound hot. That's all you need to know. Maybe I'm just a simp. Who fucking knows? But I love him. And his voice is just attractive to me. I need to start investing in a new tablet cover. Because have you guys noticed my lines have been getting a little stupid? Like this. It's starting to curve stupid. Your type is your husband. Yeah. Hi, Sable. Welcome in. I'm doing okay. I think you have a type. Your type is your husband. Desmond's a simp for his husband. Nah. Listen, I love him. He's very good. But yeah, I think it's time to get a new thing here. Because if I draw in a certain spot, see here, it's fine. You see how smooth my lines are? But if I move it a little bit over here and I try it again, it like gets scrunched right here, as you could see. And I think that's the tablet. Like my, see, look at that. I have to move it. My tablet, cover is got like tiny little bumpies here and there. My type is 100% serial murderers. Oh, let's go to Leon's channel and start a level 10 hype train. Yeah, get him. I think he'd have a panic attack if he did that, actually. But, you know what, Sable, I feel that. Wait, no. On my way. Cease. You'd probably like my serial killer OC then? Yeah. I know I have three killer OCs, I guess. I'm not even streaming. It's okay, baby. We'll make it quick. Hold on. Let me remind myself. I think I have 3 killer OCs. They're quote-unquote monsters as well, as far as I'm concerned. Where is that? Where? Ah, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of 5? I have 4, technically. Lyle is one. I love Lyle. I want to make out with him. Lyle's gonna get made out with, babe. But, no, I have technically 4. I have my Shrike, named Law, who just kind of runs around eating humans all day, and they taste yummy. Especially the ones that are, sinners, as he considers them. Because it's like adding spice to the meat, you know? For an asshole, you taste better. And then I have one where he's kind of like a revenant. The boy! Oh, he's cute. Why'd you make him cute, Sugar Skull? What the fuck? Why'd you make him a baby? But yeah, I have someone called the Hoodie Killer. He's basically having to do it because an eldritch god is making him. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he's just desensitized. Cute. And then I have a revenant guy who was basically executed for something he didn't do, and has come back with a vengeance to kill everyone involved that got him locked up. I don't know, that's just how they are. What, just being cute? Hell yeah. But yeah, those are the 3 I would count as my quote-unquote killer OCs. Two of them are human, technically, although they have been... Well, I guess technically all three were once human, but they've all been altered in some way. Mine's called a Valkyrie, and they're a void snake dragon wolf eldritch being who is my undead Rakolich. Undead Rakolich. Is that how to say it? Pet. Got it. Okay. I saw Lich and I saw Undead, so I kind of processed what that was. It's good, I'm sleepy. Pet, 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 pet. Pet the sleepy. Pet the sleepy one. Also, Lyle is hot. Lyle's hot. Listen, I love me a man that looks like he's 2 seconds from passing out, you know? Y'all have seen Lyle, actually. I drew him on stream. Let me go get him. Good. Wait, are you telling them you're good? Or saying that Lyle is good? Because I think Lyle is good. I'm gonna go grab him. I'm gonna squeeze his butt. Can I squeeze his butt? He wouldn't stab me. I'm not a serial killer. I'm not a killer. He wouldn't hurt me. There he is. Look at this man. Undead Dragon Lich. Thank you for breaking it down. Lyle the insane dude. Yeah, I love him. I love him. He's hot man. I'm gonna make out with him. Then again, is that surprising at all? I'm gonna make out with all of Leon's characters. Me and his characters. That's it. Hey, babe. Babe. Look at my screen. Oh, hi, Cecil. Cecil said, I go eep, night, everyone. May the void keep watch and protect everyone. Of course, get some EBs! And I will save. You are correct, I need to save. Also, I just realized I should probably color these so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just super zoomed in, just having a fucking ball, not knowing what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, looking much better. For my eyes, at least. Cecil wants the attentions. Cecil is a butthole who kept yelling at a baby. Kept hissing at a baby, so I'm a little mad at him. He didn't let me keep the baby. Well, we could have acclimated him, but like I said, Leon's aunt just really, really, really loved the kitten, so we're like, alright, you can take care of her. But I still miss her. I have a bad habit of doing all my sketching on one layer and one color, but I still manage to do lines amidst the chaos. That's fair, and that's not a bad habit per se. Like, as long as it works for you and you can see what you're doing, that's not a bad habit. I'm just the type of person who does need that extra help. It just helps my eyes break shit up better visually. Because I'm like, I don't know what part is what if it's all the same color, and that's just how my brain works. If it works better for you in other ways, yeah, do it. Also, why is Jake a handsome boy? Babe? Yeah, but you didn't ask the question. You just said yes. He said, mm-hmm. And the reason I'm asking is because I saw Jake on my Fur Affinity. I have it pulled up on another monitor up here. And I demanded to know why Jake is such a good boy. Okay, but what about this one, babe? What about this one? He flipped me off. There's a picture of Marco hanging out with a marmor. With a Mari. It would be a bad habit if I had to do more complex piece. You know what? That's fair. If it works with your style, it is perfectly okay. Also, why is Amari so cute? I love my baby boy Marmar. Baby boy, baby. He's my fairy boy, and I love him. I'm just staring at my child. Look at him. He's a handsome little puppy. He's a handsome little nubbin. Sweet boy. Hee leave the bed. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It doesn't stop us, Squish. You're doing too adorable. No! I'm just gushing over my babies. I love my OCs. There's a reason I make them. It's because I want to make characters I like. Alright, so I don't need this. Rend drops into school. Advocate, no! What? Sorry, force of habit. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the Trivium shenanigans that are going to be happening soon. Ugh, my nose itches. I know Amari is going to be leaving for a few days because he wants to go to a con. Or, I guess a Ren fair. And Marco's going to be sad. He's like, why didn't you take me? Are we... How can I hit on you if you're not here? I make him sound more annoying than he is. He can be a little aggressive in his affections, but he's not gonna, like, push anything. Can't wait for you guys to go to Poor Drid and see Poor Decisions. Poor Decision- oh! The bar. Marco is Goofus. Marco's a Dorcas. Marco's a silly little man. I always thought it was Port Drid, like port and then dread, like D-R-E-D. Like I thought it was this. Or like Drid, like a D-R-I-D. That's how I always, like, pictured it in my brain. Cinnamonique, thank you for the pet. Welcome in. It's never once been that, it's always been that up there. I've never seen it spelled. I don't look at stuff. I'm sorry. That's my B. I probably should, huh? Anyway, you never answered my question as to why Jake is such a cutie. I'm petting him on my main monitor. Because he's boy. You're so right. What about Darmo? Cute girl. I'm also very proud of how I drew her. Darmo baby. Yes, she baby. Alright, I'll stop fucking around with my fur affinity. Dumps him in his fake Van fan who wow, cancel him immediately. I am not a fake Van fan, I'm just a dummy. Also, I don't know everything. That's the fun part. I know most things, but I don't know all things. Like basic spelling. I don't know basic spelling. Crib Crumb, how do I do your gas mask? Looks like ticks, like little tickers. Like, you know, like a metronome or a clock or something. I know I tease, I'm a wonky mood today. I like wonky mood sugar. I like any mood sugar. Any mood sugar is cute. He's also got this thing in the middle here. I'm gonna shape it to look like an egg. Egg. And it's got this, like, strange thing to it, like this. No, make it a bit bigger. It doesn't be like, oh yeah, I love check smudge notes on hand. Qualdea and, Hanganila. Indignant bratty skull noises. Listen, I know the lore. I don't know the spellings. I do know Chaldea, though. I know Chaldea spellings. Sometimes I don't know Halania spellings. I know it's a Y instead of an I. But poor Drid, I have never seen spelled out until now. You can't judge me for that. Can you? Weewan? Don't know what? Did you say yes? You cannot judge me. Judging. No, you can't judge me. I'm just a boy. Now, the question is, do I want to add little lines to the texture here? Because that's what it looks like in the piece. I think I will. Oh, too far. That looks pretty good, I guess. Looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, time to put on his little chin. There we go. There's his mask. I think I might lower this just a bit. For the tilt. And then I'll add the bend of the mask for his nose. Following this. And there we go. Judging you a little bit. Don't! I'm just a baby boy. Alright, that looks pretty good. So he will be popping that mask off. I could actually turn this off right here. There we go. Okay, I'm actually going to make it its own layer as well. Crumb Crumb takes mask off and it becomes spooky. Yeah. Because he takes it off and it's like. So I need to figure out what is going on the first one and what's going on the second one. Can we get an alt version where he takes the mask off and it's just like, little smile. Thank you for the Sugar Skull. I guess I could make it black, like just a black piece of nothing, so that it's like, oh, what's in there? You know, like, because like I said, I love the ambiguity. I love the idea that you don't know. You don't know what the fuck is down there. It's great. It's like that one bitch from, not Tekken, Mortal Kombat, where she, like, looks really, late med check. I need to get pills for later. Take the mask off, it's a green screen. Yes. But, I can sadly not take my pills at the moment. I have to order more today. And take them when they get here.
So, no pills, I'm sorry.
Pillant. Ah, okay. Yeah.
Thank you for the pill.
Ba, 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 ba. But I am gonna grab... Wait, no. Before I grab that, I want to make sure I have the designs down. It's like these little details here. That reminds me I need to order some allergy meds. Go get your meds! Whoever needs to, get your meds. Where is... Here it is. Alright, let me re-pull up the other one. I still can't make out what it is. I'll figure it out, though. Maybe I can just stylize it and call it a day. I'm just hanging from the rafters and papping you with my tentacles. Pap, 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 pap. Cute. Let me do that a little better. Scoot it out a little more, make it a little bigger. I still can't make out. I can't make it out. I can make out alright.
We won.
But... cutie. Hi, baby. You're so cute. I love my bear. Do 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 do. You know what? I have another question, since I'm thinking about it. If you could snuggle up to, like, a Yeti, would you? And the main reason I ask is because I had to think about it, and I'm like, bro, they're like just giant teddy bears. They're just giant fluffy teddy bears. Yes, excellent. The reason I ask, once again, though, is because of my Orcrons. They're basically just Yetis. The big ones, the big blue ones. Because I'm trying to base them off of, like, different shit. Like, the red ones are not really Jersey Devils, but they're definitely, like, more like hobgoblins or red orcs, almost. Also, I can't tell if that looks good. Depends on whether they're sentient or non-sentient. They're sentient! If they like cuddles, I will do cuddles. Excellent. Because I can show you what I mean, these guys. In that case, yes. Excellent. Because I'm thinking of adding them to my Eldritch stuff as well. It was just going to be the red ones, but I want to give them extra ethnicities for people to pick.
Wait a minute.
The song goes fucking hard. Lemon! You know who I am. I will not even entertain this. Alright. Oh, there's my Shrike. Look at him. Little baby boy baby. This guy. These little fluffy buns. I want to give him a bigger beard. I want to give him more chest hair. I might just give him more hair. Smack! Because, like I said, I'm thinking of doing this for the Christmas one. I want to start fleshing out one of them for me. Okay, so Crimcrom's mask, I believe, is now done. That's the details that I can see the most of. I think I'm gonna do this. And then draw the inside of his face as well. Blah! Blah! But yeah, I'm thinking of adding these guys to Eldrig. And they're gonna be like the, like, Orcron furry cousins. But I'll have to figure out how to do it. Okay, so if Krimkrom's nose... Let me turn this off real quick so I can see where it is. It would be at about here. Because I want his nose to look creepy and hollow and skeletal. Maybe a little more than that. Like so. Because he's gonna have the mask moved off his face. Like that. And then this... I can actually bring this down just a little bit. This is going to be like skin coming off of him. Not gonna lie, that sounds so nice right now. What? I will cuddle them and play with their hair. Cute! Oh, right. They're the ones that I based off of the macaques from Japan, where they live out in the snowy mountains, but they've decided to all just kind of live in hot springs. So they're based off of them. So any chance they get, they will be in the hot springs, just like, yes, I'm very comfy and warm. Cuddles and having my hair be played with. Hot spring orcs. Yeah, they're hot spring orcs. Horks! Hot sporks! Hot sporks! There you go, hot sporks. Oh, that's how you spell macaque. Hot sporks! Really get you going! You know what? You know what? No. No. Hold on. I don't think this is the right one. I was gonna see if it was on, I was gonna see if it was on Spotify. It is not. Hold up. No, it's not. I'm so sad! That wasn't hot drinks. That wasn't hot drinks. Here you guys go. Oh, this is the extended version. Let me find the original so it's not as weird sounding to me. Coffee, decaf, tea, and hot chocolate. Those are the hot drinks that you serve, so get set. Hot cups come in two sizes. Small and large if as the need arises. Coffee's holding time is 30 minutes, that's so long. It can stay there before it starts to taste too strong. Hot, careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it sit. Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Wendy's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. Have a smile and have a nice day. Next is the cafe brew, it's just like coffee. Use the orange pot, it makes it easier to see. But if you're using the packets in your store, put it in a small cup and furthermore, add hot water up to the line and stir it in. Put a lid on and serve it on a tray again. Get a small cup when you're ready for hot tea. Fill with hot water, it's easy as can be. Put the lid on and set the tea bag on the top. If they want lemon, it's very nice. Don't think twice, give the guests a juicy slice.
the spoon out and put the lid on the cup. Things are really looking up. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day. Nice day.
I made myself dizzy doing that. I freaking love that song. I had to do it, you know? I had to do it to me. Banger. Absolute banger. This is Leon's fault, by the way. He introduced this song to us years ago. And I say us because he showed it to me and then I threw it all at you because I'm like, listen, you have to watch this video. Where did you find that shit? Oh, he's schneebin'. I think he's schneebin'. Y'all, he's in bed and he's schneebin'. We want Eepy. Eepon. He Eepy and me be too sleepy. It's really cute. Oh, I hiccuped and burped at the same time. That was gross. I did it again. Fuck. Goobus. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for Crumb Crom is make it look like skin is like flapping and like ripped. Actually, before I do that, let me grab the mask and turn it. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I have an idea. I have a brush that could help with this. Like, help with the tentacles. That may sound sussy, but hear me out. Okay, I start with the ones in the back. Tentacle brush, you say? It's not for that. It could be for that. I don't know. I didn't make it. I didn't make this particular brush. There we go. Make it nice and sloppy. Hey, yo, listen. It's just a brush. I don't know what the brush was used for, but that's all it is. It's just a brush. I am gonna make these kind of creepy, though. To make them nice and sloppy. Well, you know, like, all gumbly, like they're coming out of his face. Should I have one covering his eye? Could have one coming out of his eye. Nah, it's dumb. I have a better idea. Hold up. Because I don't want it to cover up the cool nose thing I did, because I want it to look like a skeleton almost. Curtis removes the mask entirely and has an entire octopus stuffed in his mouth. Yeah, he's just been eating octopus. That's all this is. That's at least 2 octopus. 2.5. Did you hear about the Reddit thread that after 300 pages, 23 banned accounts and 8 Darks members was closed because the thread asked do angels count as monster fucking? Well, now I know. And I say, it depends. Is the angel... I'm gonna weigh in on this. Is the angel a giant, biblically accurate, scary monster? Hi, Miss Puffles. Welcome in. Welcome for the follow. Thank you for the follow. That's the words I'm supposed to say. And welcome to the Bat Cafe. Please take a seat, enjoy your stay, and enjoy some tea while you're at it. And enjoy tentacles coming out of people's faces, apparently. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I'm new, surely. The fact that you had to say that makes me think you're not. So... blink, blink. I'm not sure, but honestly I can see the argument either way for the traditional angel look. Like I said, for me it depends. Oh, I used to hang out here a lot-ish. I do recognize the name. I visited before. I am also... Anyway. Which angel, though? Yeah, like I said, for me it depends. Is the angel big, scary, dangerous, incomprehensible, and could possibly kill you? Yeah, maybe. For me, the monster part of the monster fucking quote-unquote of the stuff, also deemed I knew multiple times. Yeah, and I'm gonna fight you for it. Especially since you're not new. What was it? Yeah, if it's that sense of danger and possible feralness, not necessarily animalistic, but that tendency to follow instincts more. Because they're the flaming wheels with eyes. Also, like, the cherubim, they have, like, a lion head and an eagle head, and, like, they can look wacky. So if they look wacky and scary, and they do scary/dangerous shit, they count. That's why I consider a werewolf a monster, even though a werewolf could also go in the furry category. Same thing with a dragon. A dragon could go in the scaly category, but is also technically in the monster category. I'm obsessed with CRT TVs, so I probably talk about that if it jogs your memory. I think you have once or twice. No, I recognize your name. That's... I was just confused, because I'm like, I thought you've been here. Why did you... Are you new? No, you're not new. I'm just silly. I'm the monster category as a ghost. Yeah, see, that counts. Ugh. Or if you could technically see it being a monster in a horror movie, that also counts. I could definitely see angels being the creature. Oh, I gaslight my streamers by resetting my follow. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? I'm dumb. Biblically accurate monster fucker? Yeah, it's like, if you could see it being in a monster in a horror movie, I would count it. And the reason I say that is because you could consider anything a monster in a horror movie if it can kill the fuck out of you. That's the main draw for me. The cool horror elements. And I think that's where it draws differently. Fantasy can also encompass that, as well as sci-fi, in a certain capacity. Because horror for me is more like a subgenre that can click with other genres, like horror sci-fi. You've got the Alien series. Horror fantasy could technically work. Horror urban fantasy, where there's vampires running around trying to kill you. And then you've got horror modern, where, you know, a ghost and people's house haunted by ghosts. You know, like, horror is a vast and expansive genre. And if you can call something a monster because it could be considered the bad guy in a movie, in a horror movie meant to be vanquished, and they could cause pretty good damage to you, I would consider it a monster. Meaning, angels can technically count. There has actually been redeem save. Sure you did. I have a cursed question for you. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Yes, Owen? What is your question? Your totally normal and not going to make my brain hurt question. Oh, thank you, sugar. I will save. I guess anything with owls horror? With owls? No. Not for me. If you... No. No, not quite. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this as a legitimate question and I'm gonna break this down. If you jerk... if you jerk it in a haunted house, does that make you a monster fucker? Are you fucking the house? No. You're jorking your peanuts. You're just masturbatoring. If the reason you're masturbatoring is because the house is haunted, maybe. If the ghost haunting the house does stuff with you, then yes. But if you're just happen to be jorking in a haunted house, no. They look like possessed beings from the lands between, the lands beneath. The lands beneath. Owls are cool, but I can see the horror aspect. Owls are cuties. Owls are just cuties. That's all you need to know. Yeah, like I said, I consider anything that could work in a horror movie to be a monster. Weirdly enough, even the Five Nights at Freddy's mascot dudes, that could be some sort of horror monster. Because, one, they are attacking you, they are dangerous, and some of them have really spooky-ass teeth, and they look horrifying. And that's just like cyborgs, almost. That's like a combination of an animatronic cyborg of some sort, or like an android, mixed with a ghost. So it's a double thing. First off, they turn their heads 360 like they're cast for The Exorcist. Let them do that. Especially since barn owls, since they have coal black eyes, barn owls are cute. Second of all leg and head. Where are the organs placed? That is true. If you actually got an owl to stand up, they're like 80% leg. It's really funny. Them sitting there, those legs are not that stumpy. They are long. I wanna cry. Owls are cute though. They're sweet babies. Also, ads will be starting here in just a moment because it is that time of the hour. So, I won't do anything interesting while you're gone, I promise. I'm just gonna draw Crimcrom with his skin rotting off. Because that's what I want this to look like. I want it to look like his skin is coming off of him. Owls are birds running cat software, kind of. Owls are also the most evolutionarily basic creatures I have ever seen. Apparently, the way they evolved, they are like clockwork toys compared to like the complex machinations of other birds. They are clunkily put together, and it's really funny. Evolution just said, meh, it works, and walked off. Like, and that's really funny to me. Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. I need to put this in its own folders so I can turn it off and not look at it. There we go. Okay. Now that that is done, I can continue drawing the dude. The man. The homie, if you will. Okay, so this will cover the jaw completely, so I don't have to worry about drawing that. If you will what? Heh? If I will what? I think I'll make them a little smaller. You said something. I did? I mean, I was just talking randomly. I don't know if I said something specific. I'm just describing what I'm going to be doing for Crimcrom. Because this covers the chin and all that, so I don't have to draw it. The hair isn't completely covered, so I'm going to have to draw that in. See what I mean? But other than that, what's that? Heh? I'm gonna... I'm gonna fight you. You and me, we're gonna scrap. Ah! I will save. Convention? I would like to go to a convention. Oh, what cover? What happened? Are we having the same conversation? Or are you gaslighting me again? In a new way. Oh, that looks bad. Let's redo that. Y'all, I'm being gaslit. I'm lost. So am I. I'm gaslighting myself! Oh. No tangents in this house. Oh, what's the drawing for it? This is Crimcrom. It's Crimson Casualty. He redeemed an art piece back in December, and I finally got him to get back to me, and I finally got back to him about it, regarding what he wanted specifically, because I could not for the life of me remember. And now I'm drawing it. It's a person! Yeah, it's a person. He's wearing a mask. Right now he's wearing Google goggles. Which I am currently drawing. He's got goggles on his neck. They're hanging out. I thought it was a name for a convention or something. Oh, no, no, no. This is Crimson. Crimson Casualty. He is a person, a VTuber. A homie who used to drop in quite a bit, but he has gotten very busy. So he's not around nearly as much, and it makes me sad because I miss him. Yes, for Crimcron. I wish I was a VTuber. You can be! You can. I said I wish I was a VTuber once. And now look at me. I'm a VTuber. It's that simple. I wonder if I should... I have an idea. Hold up. I was going to completely symmetrically draw his hair, but I'm thinking better of it. Not really, but okay. What do you mean? It's very easy to get into, like, streaming and VTubing. Unless it's, like, you're on a phone or something. Even then, you can kind of stream on a phone. But it depends on what you're gonna stream, I guess. But, like, as far as design and, like, creating a VTuber, it's like multiple hurdles. Walk me through them, I'm very curious. Maybe I can help. Wish if it was a VTuber, finger on the monkey paw curls. Oh no. Then the Nor. Mainly sands of time and my constant procrastination. You know what, that... You're kind of right about that then, I guess. I thought you meant like... Oh, I don't have the technology for it, or the money. And I'm like, oh, I can show you how to do this shit for free. I did this shit for free. Well, besides like 3 emotes I've bought for animating, because I am shit at animation, I have not paid a single cent for anything you see here. I made all this shit. Well, okay, the logo over there I paid for, because I'm shit at logos. The Desmond Dracula logo over there. But everything else, I made. This model, made it. This background, made it. This art that you see, made it. Sorry, I had to choke on something. You know what? I don't care what people say about fucking Skyward Sword. It was a pretty good game. I liked it. I liked Skyward Sword. I say that. The moment I play it on stream one day, I think I might want to rip my hair out. Something tells me I'm gonna be frustrated with it, but I like it overall. That is my hill to die on until I change it. Also, the music was just really good. Skyward Sword had good music. Before I got my PC, I streamed through my iPad, capturing my laptop screen when I played games. Kate! Yeah, like, streaming has never been easier to do. I love those Arnie logos, by the way. Cute! Make your own logo. That could be the first hurdle you cross. Making your own logo. Because God knows I suck at logos. That's why I was like, please, here's my money. It's a damn fine one, too. Nice! You could offer your services like that as well. You could make good money having people pay you for logos. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to call it here. I sell stickers at barely any profit instead. I sold 2. I mean, that's something. You just gotta keep going at it. But, yeah, I think we're gonna hop on over here. And we're gonna bebop out of here, because I gotta prepare for Vandal. I'm very excited. Also, it's a little warm in here. Let me turn on the... Maybe it's just because I'm wearing a coat. Maybe I should take off my coat. But I'm also gonna turn down the AC just a little. It's a little warm in here. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. But I will see you guys tomorrow. It's in a physical store, though, so joke's on them. Nice, nice. Alright, where is... There we are. Alright, let's hop on out of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing some world building stuff. I gotta figure out exactly what the world building is going to be. Blah! Oof. Listen, I'm very thick. That's all you need to know. Thank you, Lillian, for the yeet and the sippy. I am thirsty. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do some World Buildies Wednesdays. I have finished writing out all of my mechanics for my Eldritch Nova stuff, and what I'm gonna start working on next is my races, or my species. Because I want to figure out what people will need to know it. It's seamless. It is seamless. It's seamless. But for now, we're gonna hop on out of here. Get it? Because I'm a bunny. Bunnies hop. Anyway. Who do we want to raid? I don't know. There's so many people. There's so many games happening. You know, I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay, I know who we're dropping it on.
Oh, they're cute. I forgot that they're cute.
You wanna go see a cutie? There's this really cool guy you can raid named Leon Barbarian. He's not streaming, or I'd raid him if I could. Anyway, let's go see the love slug. They're a little slug and they're very cute. Go give them love. I don't know why I've been saying cute instead of cute. It's just how I've been pronouncing it. Anyway, they're playing some cute little Halo game with their homie. Their model is absolutely fucking precious and they're cute. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some World Buildies. But for now, goodbye, goodbye! You're cute, sugar! Don't make me get the cute aggressor. His name is Wee Wan, and he will crush your spine. Because he has cute aggression.
Anyway, goodbye.